Hi, beautiful soul. So, today I'm going to do a little card reading and see what comes up to be shared with you. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about how to use cards. It is something that anyone can do. You don't have to have a special skill to be able to learn how to use cards. You can do it if you feel drawn to doing it. So starting from the beginning, how to choose an oracle card deck. First of all, go and find a store that offers oracle cards, angel cards. Just for the record, oracle cards are cards like these that are not considered to be tarot cards. Tarot cards are, and the art of tarot is a specific type of deck which I don't use. I don't use tarot cards. Tarot cards are a little bit more you have to learn the symbols. So let's say, for example, I'm using this oracle deck which is called Grace Cards, and if I pull this card, it clearly says faith. So I can then intuitively feel what the message is, either for me or for you. With tarot cards, I don't have an example to show you, but the cards are a bit more abstract in what they show on the actual card. So it doesn't say something like faith. It will be like the Three of Swords, and then you would have to know what that means. So, but you can still learn tarot cards as well. You can learn it on your own if you feel drawn to tarot cards. But I'm going to be talking about oracle cards. So if you want to buy yourself a deck and start to learn and use oracle cards for yourself on a daily basis, then find a store that has them. When you go into the store, just take a moment to close your eyes, and when you have your eyes closed, feel which direction your energy is being pulled by. And you can do this as well when you are wanting to buy yourself some crystals, buy yourself anything actually, or even making as simple as making decisions. So close your eyes, and you can even practice it now. Close your eyes. Let's say, for example, if you have a decision to make, close your eyes and place the two things on either side. And you can also do that with just writing them down on a piece of paper, and see which direction your energy is being pulled to. And what happens for me is I'm very connected with visualization and visuals. So I then see a light on whichever crystal or oracle card or decision it's like it lights up, and I get the same with dates. If I have to go somewhere, I look at the calendar and like the particular date will light up. So see whichever way you works for you and you connect with. And so you do that and close your eyes and see which one comes your way, and you'll be directed into a particular direction in the store, and pick up that deck and see how it feels for you in your hands, and connect with it. Anyway, then once you've bought the cards and you have them at home with yourself, all you need to do is start shuffling them. And with oracle cards, it is sorry, I just wanted to change this to a different one for you. No, I don't even want to listen to that. Okay, so nope. Okay, so as I was saying, with the oracle cards, it's important to connect with them and to shuffle them yourself, so that you can put your energy into the cards, because these cards, like anything, works with energy, and energy is just the way that everything works. So when you're shuffling them and when you're touching them and when you're connecting with them, that's when your energy goes into them, and your question, whatever it is that's coming up for you, is going into the cards. And the universe and the law of attraction then responds with giving you an answer, and that's how the card comes out. Okay, so, and that's why it's different with everyone, because if you would be shuffling cards or I would be shuffling cards and we had the same question, something different would come up for each of us, because we have a different energy and we're different people. So that's why it's important for you to shuffle the cards and to connect with them, just like meeting a new person. And you can then ask your question. And just a little side note on law of attraction and the universe and these kind of things, it gets a little bit bored with when we ask things like, should I be dating this guy? Should I be dating this girl? We can ask those questions, of course, because we always like to know those answers. But a good way to put our questions across is it within my highest good? Is it within the universe's highest good to spend time with this person? You know, because we meet people that teach us lessons, and that sometimes we need to release certain patterns with or through, and so we can ask that, and that's how the universe likes to respond. Okay, so the card that came out, and it just fell out, so you're asking that question, and then you can either sometimes when you're just shuffling in this way, you know, one will just fall out, or couple will just fall out, and those are obviously the ones that need to be the message for you. So then you don't necessarily need to go and do, you know, the standard spread, but you can also. So then if you feel that that's enough with the one that has fallen out, then that's obviously the messages that's there for you. Or you can just go ahead and kind of spread them like this, normally on the floor or on the table in front of you. And when you've spread them, you will then see, I'm just going to take less because I can't hold them all. You will then see that there's one which speaks to you. And what I do when I spread them out like this is I don't necessarily look at the cards with my eyes open. I look at the cards with my eyes closed. So I go back to that same way of connecting as I told you earlier, of when you are in the store and you close, so you will use that same way of connecting with the cards. So you close your eyes and you look at the cards with your eyes closed and you see which one is jumping out at you, is saying, I'm the one for you, I'm the message for you today, an answer for you in this question. And then you just pick it. I'm going to share these with you. So the messages for us today are shine. Shine. We forget quite often to shine. Well, I know I do on a daily basis, so it's just a really nice reminder for us to shine and to not be afraid, to be seen and to be heard, and that we can shine. So the message for you is step into the light. You are a gift to the world. The second card is trust. Trust is also a very big one. I feel like it's a very core energy for us to be able to trust in the universe and trust that the universe will provide, even if we're going through difficult times or we need to make choices or decisions. I'm going through that at the moment, and I'm constantly having to remind myself to trust that no matter what I decide, the universe will provide for me in my highest good, and therefore the highest good of the universe. And that is for you as well. Those words are for you. So when I speak to myself, I speak to you. And the message with this card is, the more we follow our intuition, the more we'll find that the right doors open to assist us in fulfilling our life's purpose. What a lovely reminder. And once you have then, also there's so many different ways that you can pick the cards. You can cut them in. Once you finish shuffling them, you can just cut them into as well, and choose whether you want this deck or this deck. And say if you want this deck, you can then you can either cut it again or do it as a spread, or if you cut it again, then you can just do it as a spread as well. So there's lots of different ways for you to do this, and it's all about listening to your intuition. There's no right or wrong way with these things, like anything in life actually. There's no right or wrong way. It's just the way that works for you. So listen to your intuition and listen to what it tells you, and just what it's guiding you to do. Once you have selected your cards and you've got the message, sometimes these little card decks come with a booklet and they will give you an additional message. But some of them don't, like this one doesn't. And when I do my card readings, I receive messages for the person that I'm doing the card reading for. So I will channel whatever spirit needs to come through and give them the message. So I will use the card as a seed, let's say, that will start the blooming of whatever needs to come through as a message for that person. So let's, as an example, if it's affection, then that will be the starter of it, and the message comes through me, through my intuition, and through trust and listening to what the universe wants to come through me for the person. And it is the same for you when you're doing it for yourself. If you want to expand on that, you can just sit with whatever the card is and you can speak it out loud, because you're channeling. We're all channels. We're all able to channel what it is that needs to come through from spirit for us. So if you receive this card of comfort, you can then, as if you're having a little conversation with yourself of what is it that needs to come through the message of comfort. You know, comforting myself, giving myself the comfort that I didn't receive from my parents or from partners or from friends. I am able to give that to myself, and it's important for me to give that to myself, and my guides are here to support myself, to support me in my own comfort, in my own journey. And what is it that comforts me? What can I do for myself, which are little things that I feel comforting. I love to cook, for example, so that will be comforting for me. So then I will receive that as a message for me from the universe. Obviously it doesn't say cooking on here, but it's directly linked to what is comforting for me. Go for a walk, sing. So it's like having a conversation. You talk with the card and see what else it's bringing through for you in that way. I might do a little series on how to, and like go deeper with this, on how to read oracle cards and how to connect with cards and how to bring through these messages and open up a channel for yourself. I wonder if that is something you'd be interested in. If it is, let me know in the comments. Don't know what this song is. Yeah, let me know. I would love to do that, because there's so many messages that we can receive through these cards, and it's such a simple way for us to connect with ourselves and to connect with what spirit wants to tell us, because it's sometimes really difficult to just sit in meditation and listen. So that's why these physical cards help us with the non-physical messages. So I forgot that also in the end, when you finish doing your clearing, when you finish reading your cards, it's important to clear them, because there's your energy of that present moment, like my energy of just now will be in this deck of cards now, and I want it to be cleared for the next time that I use it, or that somebody else, or that I'm using it for somebody else. But if you're going to be using them for yourself, then you want them to be cleared for yourself. So the way that you can clear them is how I mentioned to clear energy in my previous videos, which is through incense, smoking with the herbs, or just with sound, you know, in that simple way, like we said, with the tincture bells. Yeah, very simple. Anyway, so I hope this was helpful for you, and let me know if you have any questions. But I will see you next time, beautiful soul. Sending you love.